Xperia 5 Mark V is here now, and it's officially announced by Sony. This is the Xperia 1 Mark V, the big brother, and there's a lot of similarities to this phone that I'm pretty excited about. Like, for instance, the Xperia 5 Mark V has the same primary camera and ultra-wide. They took out the telephoto, so you don't get the really cool continuous zoom, all that stuff. If you take a look at the photos, basically it has the two cameras on the back. It has the same selfie. It's still powered by the Snapdragon 8 Generation 2, 128 gigabytes of storage, 8 gigabytes of RAM. It even goes up to a 256 model. But the great news is it still has two important things that define the Sony Xperia brand: the headphone jack, and it has SD card support up to 1 terabyte. So those are nice, refreshing things. 5,000 milliamp battery. So you should still expect to get very identical performance to this phone, except they put it in a tinier package. So instead of having the 6.5 inch screen that we get here, they have a 6.1 inch screen, which is interesting because it puts it squarely in the more compact size phone department, which already the Xperia 1 Mark V, I think, is, because it's got the 21:9 aspect ratio, cinematic form factor, very thin, which is one thing I like. That transfers over to the Xperia 5 Mark V as well. Both have a 21:9. It has a full HD plus screen instead of Quad HD plus. So that's a difference there. You're not going to get that 4K screen. So arguably, the performance might actually be better because it's rendering a lower resolution. So you get full HD plus, 21:9, same selfie, same primary shooter, which I think is important because a lot of people really, really like that 52 megapixel sensor that's in the Xperia 1 Mark V. The Xperia 5 Mark V has it, and it's still capable of shooting 120 frames per second video at 4K. So there's a lot of cool things here, and the price we're looking at is about €999. If it comes to the US, that translates to, if it does an equivalency transfer over, it's just under about $1,100 price tag. So I think it's still expensive, and that's something that's going to be a concern for a lot of people, because you can get a lot of other phones cheaper than that are a little bit more built out. But this is apparently how Sony is doing things, and to my knowledge, it's still 2 years operating system updates, 3 years of security patches. So you're looking at 3 years of support and kind of a mini Xperia 1 Mark V that has some of the less cinematic, professional level features. But I think a lot of people might be interested in it because, one, it's cheaper. It's not $13.99. It shaves off about $300, $400 off the price tag. So that's something that's helpful. $13.99, $9.99. Hopefully, if it comes to the US, it'll be $9.99. Like, I would like to see that, but it really depends on what the price is and if they have any special offerings, pre-orders, things like that. Supposedly, it's going to hit the market at the end of September. I'm working on trying to get a review unit. I don't know if Sony will send me one or not. Sony, if you watch this, send me the phone, please, because I don't want to buy it. But I would love to cover this phone and check it out, because I know there's a lot of folks out there who watch my videos who love the Sony coverage. I love the Sony phones. Kind of makes sense. So, exciting stuff. It comes in 3 different colors. It comes in this blue color, which I absolutely love. The blue color, it comes in black, and I believe it also comes like a silver. Is it silver? Let me look. Yeah, platinum silver. Sorry, I can't remember everything. I try my best. But I think it's promising because, one, same hardware. Snapdragon 8 Generation 2, 5,000 milliamp battery, 6.1 inch screen. You're going to get even better battery life than the all-day battery life you already get with the Xperia 1 Mark V. I think the primary camera takes some really good photos, and now we've got this sort of kind of auto mode. Like, you can take some auto pictures. You don't have to go into complete manual mode, and that's something that I showed off when I did my full review on the Xperia 1 Mark V, that this one can take some photos without having to have like a master's degree in photography, learning how to change like the white balance and all that crazy stuff that goes into doing your own manual corrections on the camera, which is what we love. And also from the photos, what I can tell, it still has the dedicated shutter button for the camera. So that tells you, all right, Snapdragon 8 Generation 2, still the primary, Exmor sensor, 52 megapixel camera, still the shutter button, that there still is a great emphasis on photography with this phone. And of course, you're going to get 120 hertz refresh rate, all that jazz. So I'm hoping to get one to review. I think it would be good, and I wanted to talk about this because it came out of nowhere. I saw an announcement on Twitter yesterday where Sony's like, ta-da, we've got a surprise tomorrow, and then lo and behold, it was the Xperia 5 Mark V. And I've not had one of those, the 5 or the 10 series phones before. So I'm interested in this. I wish the price was a little bit better, but it might make some folks happy because not everybody wants all of this extra stuff, right? They don't want the continuous zoom. They don't want to go in and have to worry about all that extra stuff. Like, they want to save a little bit of money, still get the Sony platform. And I got to tell you, I really like the essentially near stock experience that you get with Android on these phones. So I think there's a lot to like. I think there are some things concerning, like it doesn't have a telephoto, and I know some folks would rather have a telephoto than an ultra wide, and I kind of go back and forth on that sometimes. But yeah, telephotos are important. I wish they would have put just like a basic one in there. I think that at $1,000 effectively, you still need a full 3-camera complement. So I can understand not putting in the higher level continuous zoom because you want to relegate that to the more premium, expensive flagship phone. But I still feel like it needs 3 cameras. The selfie camera, of course, is still going to be very good. I think the screen will be nice. I like that you'll have a more compact experience. I've got right now the Asus Zenfone 10, fixing to release my video on that, and there's just not enough compact phones out there in the market. So I think that this is a really nice way for them to try and edge out some of the competition. And folks don't necessarily want a 6.8-inch screen, a 6.9, a 6.7, a 6.5. Like, these phones are getting big, like really, really big phones. And that's one reason I really like the 6.5 on the Sony, plus the thin form factor and all that. Plus at Sony, you know it's going to be premium build quality and all that jazz. So just wanted to talk about it because I saw this. You know, I love the Sony phones. I wanted to share this, and I'll have more on this in the future, but going to go ahead and wrap this one up. But let me know what you think in the comments. Are you excited about it? Do you like the Xperia 5 Mark V phone? And do you think that it's something that's viable that you might be interested in? Sound off in the comments, let me know. And if you enjoyed the video, please, of course, hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.